There are people who don't scream, who don't argue, who don't explain their pain with loud words. They simply step back, quietly, softly, almost invisibly. You don't hear a door slam, you don't feel an explosion. You just notice, one day, that their presence has faded. The messages become shorter, the eyes look distant, the laughter disappears first, and their voice follows soon after. And you wonder, what happened? Why did they drift away? Did I do something? Or were they already hurting long before they ever met me? This is the story of the people who distance themselves when they're wounded. The quiet ones, the gentle ones, the ones who bleed silently but heal loudly in their hearts. Today, we walk into their psychology, into their inner world, into the hidden meanings behind their silence, and maybe into our own. You've seen them in your life. Sometimes you were close to them. Sometimes you loved them. And sometimes you were the reason they pulled away, even if unintentionally. They don't react immediately when something hurts them. They freeze. They lower their eyes. They take a breath. They hold their pain between their teeth, as if letting it escape might break something sacred inside them. These people walk away in small steps, steps so quiet you barely hear the sound of their leaving. First, they stop sharing their thoughts. Then, they stop expecting anything from you. Then, they stop being present in the same way. Their light dims, slowly, gently, like a lamp running out of warmth. They change the subject when things get too emotional. They smile even when something hurts. And when you ask, "Are you okay?" they whisper, "Yeah, I'm fine." But they're not fine. They're never fine when they whisper it. They withdraw to protect themselves, not to punish others. Their silence isn't revenge. It's survival.
Why do some people distance themselves when they're hurt? Why silence instead of confrontation? Why retreat instead of expression? The answer lies in their emotional history, their childhood, their patterns, their deep and unspoken beliefs about love and safety. They learned early that speaking their pain wasn't safe. Maybe when they cried, no one listened. Maybe when they opened up, someone mocked them. Maybe when they shared their heart, someone used it against them. So their mind learned silence is safer than honesty. Their nervous system built a habit. When hurt, pull away. When overwhelmed, retreat. When afraid, disappear. Their silence is a defense mechanism called withdrawal. Psychologists call it protective distancing. When emotions rise, especially rejection, disappointment, abandonment, their brain enters a quiet survival mode. Not fight, not flight, not anger, just distance. Their silence is a psychological shield, a way to breathe, a way to organize their pain without adding more to it. They feel emotions intensely, deeper than others. These people are not cold, not numb, not detached. In fact, they're the opposite. They feel everything, too much, too deeply. They are emotional empaths, internalizers, soft-hearted souls. So when something hurts them, they step back to avoid drowning. They distance themselves because they care, not because they don't. They think, if I stay, I might lose control. If I speak, I might say something I regret. If I explain, maybe they won't understand. So they choose silence, because silence feels kinder, less destructive, less risky. They carry an emotional wound, the fear of being too much, too emotional, too fragile, too sensitive, too soft. So when something hurts them, they think, maybe the problem is me. Maybe I should just step back. This inner belief shapes their behavior. The more they care about someone, the more they hide their hurt. Because losing that person feels worse than carrying silent pain. They distance themselves to regain emotional control. When they withdraw, it's not rejection, it's regulation. It's how they slow their heartbeat, how they calm their thoughts, how they keep themselves from collapsing emotionally. Their silence isn't the absence of feelings, it's the presence of overwhelming ones.
Imagine a person sitting by a window. It's late. The room is quiet. A soft lamp glows beside them. Outside, the night is calm, but inside their chest, storms move quietly. They stare at the world with a thoughtful sadness, not because they want to leave, but because they don't know how to stay without hurting. Their heart is like a fragile cup filled with warm tea. One sudden shock, and everything spills. So they hold the cup carefully, protectively. They walk slowly. They speak gently. They love softly. And when they feel a crack forming, when something triggers old pain, they step back to prevent breaking completely. Another metaphor. They're like birds who build nests in high, quiet places. They observe the world from above. They feel deeply, but they don't show their wounds. Because deep inside, they believe their pain is something to hide, not something to share. They leave silently, not because they want to disappear, but because they want to stay whole.
But here's the deeper truth. Many of these people eventually realize something powerful. Their silence doesn't protect them the way they hoped. It isolates them. It disconnects them from people who actually care. It turns pain inward until it becomes heavy enough to bend even their strongest parts. So at some point in their journey, they learn, slowly, gently, that healing comes not from silence, but from expression. They start speaking their truth in small ways. A message, a sigh, a whispered, "That hurt." And every time someone responds with kindness, their heart expands. They realize that vulnerability is not weakness. It is oxygen. It is connection. It is how love breathes. They begin to set boundaries without disappearing. They begin to express needs without fear. They begin to stay present even when things get difficult. Their healing transforms them from people who walk away in silence to people who walk toward honesty. So, if there is someone in your life, someone who distances themselves quietly, someone who retreats instead of reacting, remember this: their silence is not indifference. It's fear. It's tenderness. It's self-protection. And if you are that person, the one who walks away in silence, know this too. You deserve spaces where your voice is welcomed, where your heart is safe, where your emotions are not too much, where you don't have to disappear to be loved. Healing begins when silence becomes courage, when distance becomes understanding, when retreat becomes gentle self-expression. And someday, you will learn to stay, not because you aren't scared anymore, but because you finally learned that your feelings deserve to be heard.